18 times Princess Diana was betrayed by those she trusted. She was the people's princess, beloved by millions around the world. But behind the fairy tale life was a harsh reality. Princess Diana's life was one of glamour, privilege, and global adoration. As a member of the British royal family, she seemed to have it all. However, her storybook marriage to King Charles III quickly unraveled, exposing a troubled relationship plagued by infidelity and mistrust. What the world didn't know was that Princess Diana's betrayals went far beyond her husband's dalliances. From family members to trusted confidants and even members of her security team, she found herself surrounded by those who would trade her secrets for a quick payday or a scandalous headline. In this video, we'll explore 18 shocking instances where Princess Diana's trust was shattered by the very people who were supposed to protect her. From leaked phone calls to clandestine book deals, these betrayals chipped away at Princess Diana's privacy and peace of mind, ultimately contributing to her tragic demise. Number 1. King Charles III's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. The betrayal that perhaps cut deepest for Princess Diana was her husband's long-standing affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. Their relationship predated King Charles and Princess Diana's marriage and continued throughout, despite Princess Diana's efforts to make her marriage work. The hurt and humiliation Princess Diana experienced was profound, as she found herself sharing her husband's affections with another woman. In her famous Panorama interview, Princess Diana poignantly stated, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," laying bare the painful reality she faced. King Charles' infidelity not only undermined the sanctity of their marriage vows, but also represented a deep personal betrayal of Princess Diana's trust and love. As the world watched Princess Diana's fairy tale romance unravel, her husband's actions were a cruel reminder that even princes are capable of betraying their princesses. Number 2. Lack of support from the royal family. As Princess Diana grappled with the crumbling of her marriage and her mental health struggles, she found herself lacking the support she so desperately needed from the royal family. Rather than offering a compassionate embrace, the institution seemed to turn a cold shoulder, leaving her to navigate her turmoil largely alone. Princess Diana felt isolated and unsupported, betrayed by the very family she had married into. The royal family's failure to provide a nurturing environment during one of the most challenging periods of her life was a profound betrayal of the duty of care they owed her. Princess Diana's struggles with bulimia and depression were met with indifference, and her pleas for understanding and assistance often fell on deaf ears. This lack of support exacerbated her feelings of loneliness and abandonment, leaving her to question the true meaning of family within the royal ranks. Number 3. Paul Burrell's tell-all book. For years, Paul Burrell had been one of Princess Diana's closest confidants, serving as her personal butler and trusted friend. However, in a stunning act of betrayal, Burrell published a memoir revealing intimate details of Princess Diana's life, shattering the bond of trust they had shared. Princess Diana's sons, Prince William and Harry, were among those who condemned Burrell's actions, describing his book as cold and overt betrayal. Burrell had been privy to some of Princess Diana's most private moments and innermost thoughts, and his decision to monetize that privileged access was a profound violation of her privacy and dignity. The betrayal was made all the more painful by the fact that it came from someone Princess Diana had considered a loyal and devoted member of her inner circle. Burrell's actions demonstrated that even those closest to Princess Diana were capable of exploiting her vulnerability for personal gain. Number 4. Martin Bashir's deceptive interview tactics. In 1995, Princess Diana's participation in the infamous Panorama interview with BBC journalist Martin Bashir sent shockwaves through the royal family and the world. What Princess Diana did not know at the time was that Bashir had used forged documents to gain her trust and secure her participation in the interview. This deception not only robbed Princess Diana of her ability to make an informed decision, but also had significant personal and public repercussions for her. Bashir's actions represented a profound betrayal of journalistic ethics and a violation of Princess Diana's trust. By manipulating her with fabricated evidence, he exploited her vulnerability and effectively coerced her into an interview that would later have far-reaching consequences for her life and relationships. This betrayal by a trusted member of the media not only tarnished Princess Diana's reputation, but also contributed to her growing sense of paranoia and mistrust. Number 5. James Hewitt's betrayal. Princess Diana's former lover, James Hewitt, added insult to injury when he chose to betray her trust by selling his story about their affair and later attempted to sell their intimate letters. This flagrant disregard for Princess Diana's privacy and the sanctity of their relationship was a deep betrayal that compounded the pain she had already endured. Hewitt's actions were driven by greed and a desire for personal gain, with little regard for the emotional toll it would take on Princess Diana. By monetizing their relationship and exposing their most intimate moments to the world, Hewitt not only violated Princess Diana's trust, but also contributed to the relentless media scrutiny and public humiliation she faced. This betrayal by someone who had once been a trusted confidant and lover was a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the lengths some would go to exploit Princess Diana's vulnerability for their own benefit. Number 6. Princess Margaret's rejection. Initially, Princess Diana found an ally in her husband's aunt, Princess Margaret. The two women shared a close bond, with Margaret offering support and guidance to the young princess as she navigated the complexities of royal life. However, this connection was shattered in the aftermath of Princess Diana's explosive Panorama interview. In a stunning betrayal, Margaret turned against Princess Diana, reportedly sending her a harsh letter condemning her actions and cutting off all ties. This rejection from someone Princess Diana had trusted and confided in was a devastating blow. Princess Margaret's about-face highlighted the fickle nature of loyalties within the royal family, where allegiances could shift in an instant based on perceived transgressions. Princess Diana's candid revelations during the interview were seen as a violation of the unwritten rules of the monarchy, and Margaret's response was a harsh reminder that even family bonds could be severed in the name of protecting the institution's image. Number 7. The press and paparazzi. From the moment she stepped into the public eye, Princess Diana found herself relentlessly pursued by the media and paparazzi. What should have been a celebrated union was marred by the constant intrusion of cameras and reporters, robbing her of privacy and personal space. The incessant hounding of the press contributed to Princess Diana's feelings of paranoia and mistrust, as she found herself unable to escape the scrutiny of the public eye. This unrelenting pursuit not only stripped her of her dignity, but ultimately played a tragic role in the car crash that claimed her life. The media's insatiable appetite for Princess Diana's story betrayed the very principles of journalistic integrity and human decency, reducing her to a commodity to be exploited for ratings and profit. The press's betrayal of Princess Diana's right to privacy and personal safety was a profound violation of her humanity. Number 8. The royal family's reaction to the Panorama interview. Princess Diana's decision to bare her soul in the Panorama interview was met with swift and severe consequences from the royal family. In the fallout of her candid revelations, the Queen herself demanded that Princess Diana and King Charles' divorce proceedings be expedited, effectively banishing her from the inner circles of the monarchy. This reaction represented a betrayal of the support and understanding Princess Diana deserved as she navigated the challenges of her marriage and personal life. Rather than offering compassion and guidance, the royal family chose to distance themselves from Princess Diana, casting her aside as a liability to be managed. The Queen's insistence on a speedy divorce not only robbed Princess Diana of her royal status, but also stripped her of the protections and resources that came with being a member of the royal family. This betrayal left her isolated and vulnerable, forced to face the future alone and without the support system she had once relied upon. Number 9. Channel 4's broadcast of private tapes. In a blatant disregard for Princess Diana's privacy, Channel 4 made the controversial decision to broadcast private tapes of the princess discussing her troubled marriage. Even as friends and supporters of Princess Diana urged the network not to air the tapes, viewing it as a betrayal of her trust and dignity, Channel 4 proceeded with the broadcast. This decision represented a profound violation of Princess Diana's personal boundaries and a disregard for the emotional toll it would have on her. The tapes, which contained intimate details of her marital struggles and inner turmoil, were never intended for public consumption. By airing them without her consent, Channel 4 not only betrayed Princess Diana's trust, but also contributed to the relentless media scrutiny and public humiliation she faced. This act of betrayal demonstrated the media's willingness to prioritize ratings and sensationalism over basic human decency and respect for privacy. Number 10. Prince William's initial reaction to the Panorama interview. While the Panorama interview was seen by many as a brave and candid display of Princess Diana's vulnerability, it also strained her relationship with her eldest son, Prince William. Initially, William was reportedly angry and hurt by his mother's revelations, feeling that she had betrayed the family's privacy and exposed their personal struggles to the world. This reaction from her own child must have been a bitter pill for Princess Diana to swallow as she grappled with the consequences of her decision to speak out. William's disappointment and disapproval represented a betrayal of the unconditional support and understanding a mother hopes to receive from her children. Despite Princess Diana's intentions to shed light on her experiences, her son's initial reaction highlighted the delicate balance between honesty and protecting familial bonds. This moment served as a poignant reminder that even the bravest acts of truth-telling can come at a personal cost. Number 11. Earl Spencer's introduction of Bashir. In a cruel twist of fate, it was Princess Diana's own brother, Earl Spencer, who unwittingly set the stage for one of the most profound betrayals she would face. Convinced by Martin Bashir's deceptive tactics, Spencer introduced the BBC journalist to his sister, paving the way for the infamous Panorama interview that would later have such devastating consequences. Little did Spencer know that Bashir had used forged documents and lies to gain his trust and secure access to Princess Diana. This act of betrayal was made all the more painful by the fact that it originated from within Princess Diana's own family. Spencer, who had always been a protective and supportive presence in her life, found himself duped by Bashir's duplicity, unintentionally exposing his sister to a situation that would ultimately contribute to her own growing sense of isolation and mistrust. Number 12. The royal family's handling of her mental health. As Princess Diana grappled with the immense pressures of royal life and the breakdown of her marriage, she found herself battling mental health issues, including bulimia and depression. Tragically, the royal family's response to her struggles was one of neglect and indifference, representing a profound betrayal of the duty of care they owed her. Rather than providing a compassionate and supportive environment, the monarchy seemed to turn a blind eye to Princess Diana's suffering, leaving her to navigate her personal turmoil largely alone. The royal family's failure to adequately address her mental health needs was a betrayal of the most fundamental principles of human decency and empathy. Princess Diana's cries for help were met with silence, and her pain was dismissed or brushed aside, further exacerbating her feelings of isolation and despair. Number 13. The Queen Mother's dismissal of Princess Diana's concerns. When Princess Diana mustered the courage to confide in the Queen Mother about King Charles' affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, she was met with a response that only deepened her sense of betrayal. Rather than offering understanding and support, the Queen Mother reportedly dismissed Princess Diana's concerns, labeling her as being silly. This callous disregard for Princess Diana's emotional turmoil represented a profound betrayal of the compassion and empathy that should have been extended to her. As the matriarch of the royal family, the Queen Mother had a unique opportunity to provide guidance and solace to the young princess, but instead she chose to invalidate Princess Diana's feelings and experiences. This dismissive attitude not only compounded Princess Diana's anguish, but also sent a clear message that her voice and her pain held little value within the royal ranks. Number 14. The public's reaction to her honesty. While much of the public rallied behind Princess Diana's courage and honesty in the face of adversity, her openness about her personal struggles was met with criticism from certain quarters, further isolating her from the establishment she had once been a part of. Despite her vulnerability and authenticity resonating with millions around the world, some members of the media and the elite criticized Princess Diana for her candor, viewing it as a breach of decorum and a violation of the unwritten rules of the monarchy. This reaction represented a betrayal of the very principles of empathy and understanding that Princess Diana had come to embody. By condemning her for daring to speak her truth, these detractors not only added to Princess Diana's emotional burden, but also reinforced the notion that her voice and experiences were not valued or respected. Number 15. The BBC's initial cover-up. In the aftermath of the Panorama interview, it became clear that Martin Bashir had used deceptive tactics to secure Princess Diana's participation. However, the BBC's initial investigation into Bashir's methods was widely criticized for being ineffective and failing to uncover the truth. This cover-up prolonged Princess Diana's ordeal, denying her the validation and accountability she deserved. The BBC's failure to fully investigate and address Bashir's actions represented a betrayal of journalistic integrity and a disregard for Princess Diana's well-being. By sweeping the issue under the rug, the network not only compounded the betrayal Princess Diana had already experienced, but also undermined the public's trust in the institution itself. This cover-up demonstrated a prioritization of self-preservation over transparency and accountability, further eroding Princess Diana's faith in the institution she had once trusted. Number 16. Security breaches. Throughout her life, Princess Diana faced numerous breaches of security, often from those entrusted with her protection. Leaked information about her whereabouts, private conversations, and personal details frequently made their way into the media, further endangering her and exacerbating her feelings of mistrust. These security lapses were a profound betrayal of the duty to keep her safe, leaving her vulnerable to public scrutiny and potential harm. The inability of her security team to protect her privacy and ensure her safety was a violation of the trust placed in them, adding to the litany of betrayals that marred Princess Diana's life. Number 17. Friends who turned. Some of Princess Diana's closest friends and confidants betrayed her trust by selling stories to the press or publishing books about their time with her. These actions, driven by greed and a desire for notoriety, shattered the bonds of trust and friendship. The commercialization of her private life by those she considered friends was a deep betrayal that compounded her sense of isolation. Princess Diana's vulnerability was exploited by those who should have been her support system, demonstrating that even personal relationships were not immune to the lure of fame and fortune. Number 18. The ultimate betrayal, her tragic death. The tragic car accident that claimed Princess Diana's life in Paris was the culmination of years of relentless pursuit by the paparazzi. The role of the media in her death is seen by many as the ultimate betrayal. The constant hounding, invasion of privacy, and disregard for her safety by the press were contributing factors to the fatal crash. This final act of betrayal underscored the high price of fame and the profound impact of a life lived under ceaseless scrutiny. Princess Diana's untimely death was a devastating loss, a poignant reminder of the vulnerability that accompanied her public persona. The life of Princess Diana was a poignant reminder that even those in the highest echelons of society are not immune to the sting of betrayal. From her own husband's infidelity to the deception of trusted confidants and the relentless pursuit of the media, Princess Diana found herself repeatedly let down by those she should have been able to rely on. Yet through it all, her resilience and grace shone through, inspiring millions around the world. Her willingness to be vulnerable and authentic, even in the face of criticism, made her a beacon of hope for those grappling with their struggles. Leave your thoughts and reactions in the comments below. Did any of these betrayals surprise you or stand out as particularly shocking? Can true forgiveness ever be found in the face of such profound betrayals? Or do some wounds run too deep to heal? If you found this video thought-provoking, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!